How's it going, Team EXOS, Adidas family? I am your coach, Coach Gene. I will be pushing you through this next 30 minutes of movement, this lunch hour, and also welcome to another week of this at-home fitness. So for today, I kind of wanted to focus a little bit more on the spine and your posture. So that is kind of the theme around today, as well as testing those ankle ranges. We're going to be doing some plyos. We're going to be doing a lot of squatting, and then you'll be doing some more neutral type movements, especially for the core and trunk towards the end. And for today, all you're going to be needing really is some space, a little bit more than normal. As I said before, we're going to be doing some plyometrics, and beyond that, water and some music. So I always like to log in just a little early, just so you can get settled in wherever you're at, office or in your living room. Beyond that, yeah, excited to be able to move with you. Always a pleasure. At times it can probably be tough because I am moving and I'm trying to make sure that you guys understand what's going on. So I might say things twice or three times. No big deal. If you guys always lose track of where we're at, just do what I'm doing on the screen, and then we'll kind of get back to after the set and kind of refocus on what the sets and reps are. So let's go ahead and get started. Get that space wherever you're at, living room, office, could be in the cellar, upstairs, wherever. So all we're going to do is just a slight bounce. So you can be on your toes, similar as if I had a jump rope in hand. Just up and down. Don't worry about the numbers of reps. Just go ahead and bounce with me, and I'll let you know when we're going to change. So here I'm trying to get about 30 to 40 bounces in. Just trying to warm up, get a little heart rate. All right, go ahead and relax in 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, we're going to switch that up into a one-legged jump rope. So left or right, your choice. We're going to go 20 each side. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and easy. Left or right. Remember, 20 each side. Switch it up. Hands will come out to the side. I like to have my hands out, pretending that I'm jumping rope. Once you have 20, go ahead and stop. And then we're going to get right into that movement prep. Let's come up nice and tall, not hugging your knee, but in that sprinter's position, and then kick that leg back into a reverse lunge. Reach up, and then repeat. 5 each side. Remember, when you grab that leg back into reverse lunge, try to drive your hands up to the sky. Five each side. Beautiful. Go ahead and shake it out. Let's get those feet shoulder width apart. Go ahead and give me a slight bend in the knee. We're going to drive those hips back into a good morning. So you can place the hands behind your head, or you can reach them out forward. But all we're doing is trying to push those hips back as if I'm trying to close the door. You can reach out, and we're going to do this for 10. So nice. Trying to warm up those hamstrings and glutes. A little pro tip there with those 10 reps, try to set your trunk so you're not extremely extended or rounded back. Try to set it so your spine is nice and straight. Next movement, we're going to go on the ground for some shoulder touches. 5 each side, 10 total. So go ahead and find a spot on the ground. 5 each side, nice and easy. Trying to give me a little bit of a hold on each shoulder. Once you finish saying, go ahead and walk it back up. And we're going to repeat that whole thing one more time. So from up tall, a reverse lunge, drive hands up. Here we go. 5 each side. We're just moving in place. Beautiful. Right into those good mornings. Let's try it behind the head this time if you didn't last time. Really try to get as deep as you can. Remember, it's a hip hinge, so try to keep those knees in place. So soften them at the beginning. Don't keep them nice. I don't want those legs extended. Nice soft knees. Try to hinge at the hip. You should feel that in that groin, hamstring area. And then last one, 5 each side, shoulder touches. Walk it up. Then we're going to finish. We're just a little bit of neural activation. You're going to do what's called a pogo. The only thing that's different between a pogo and a jump rope, okay? Jump rope, you're just on the toes. Pogo, you're going a little higher, and once you get in the air, I want you to flex those toes as if I'm doing a double under. So I'm up tall. I want you to try that for 5. So give me 5. Take a quick break, shake it out, and then 5 more. Beautiful. Very nice. Now that those calves are nice and ready, let's go in to that base position. We're going to try a 2-inch run in place. Okay, we're going to try that for a 5 count. So 5 seconds of 2-inch run in place. On my go. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Quick with the feet. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very nice. All right, I'm going to test you here. So try to take that 2-inch run forward. So instead of just with those pitter patter of the feet in place, let's try to take it forward. So start in that ready position. Same thing, we're going for 5 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, take it forward. Should be moving forward towards the camera. And relax. Very nice. Go ahead and shake it out, grab some water. So for this first block, I mentioned at the beginning, we are going to be doing some plyometrics. So you're going to be doing some jumping. Not so much vertical, but a little bit more horizontal today. So hopefully you guys have some room. If not, no big deal. We've done this before, but you will be doing a one-legged broad jump landing on 2 feet. So let me give you a quick demo. That one-legged base position that we know so well, we're going to load up into our hip and knee. So get to our lowest position, go ahead and sit, and then we're just going to explode forward and land on 2. You're going to do that for 2 on each side. So once again, in that base position, go ahead and load up on one leg, sink into that hip as low as you can, explode forward, land on 2, and you're just going to do that for 2 each side. Okay? So let's go ahead and give that a try. I've already done 2 on my left side. I'm going to do 2 on my right. Sink into that foot, nice and low, and explode forward, landing on 2. Whatever space you have, even if you just have a small space like this, load into 1 foot, come forward, and land under control. Try not to break anything in your living room. Be safe as usual. And it doesn't have to be extremely far distance. We have 3 rounds of this, so you can build up. Okay, 2 each side. I'll give you another 20 seconds to go ahead and finish those. And while you're finishing that, go ahead and watch the screen. I'm going to do a bent over arm circle. So with the arm circle, this is the motion that you're going to be achieving So arms out, you're gonna be in that handcuff position behind my back. Come out, nice and long. Give me a nice hand clap overhead, and then back into that handcuff position. All the while, you wanna make sure that those elbows are pinned back and my shoulders are trying to retract back. So the only tough part is, I'm gonna be in that hinge position that we practiced with the good mornings. And I'm just coming out for a nice hand clap overhead, and then back. That equals 1. We're gonna do 5. Go ahead and get started with me. Nice and long. As you can tell, those palms are faced up, and then they're gonna be into that neutral position. Give me a nice clap forward. Almost as if you're swimming through a pool of chocolate. You wanna go nice and slow. You don't wanna rush through this. So 5 total. Once you've done 5, go ahead and stand up. Let's find some space. We're gonna try a pillar bridge. So basically just a plank. So give yourself some room. Standard here. Elbows are always below shoulders. We're gonna do these together. So on my count, once you're ready, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and up. We're going for 45 seconds here. Nothing crazy. Again, try to go at your own level, own pace. Try to squeeze your butt if you can. Here we go, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Beautiful, go ahead and stand it up. We're gonna repeat that whole cycle again. So, loading into that foot. If you like, if it's easier for you, start in that base position and then just shift your weight to one side, right or left. That way you know how low you need to be. Or you can even start on one foot and then load it into that foot, knee, and hip. And then explode forward into that nice, long, broad jump for 2 each side. So loading up, drive forward, 2 each side. Try to be as explosive as you can, trying to push off the ground. Push that ground away from you. Drive that hip forward, landing under control for 2 each side. If you notice, this is a lot like an acceleration position and that 2-point start. We're just trying to work on getting in and out of that hip. Right into those bent over arm circles. So behind the back, okay, palms are up. And we're swimming through that pool of chocolate, trying to clap those hands, and then back. Remember, 5 total, above the head and behind the back, obviously equals 1 rep, 5 reps total. And 5. If you finish early, go ahead and wait. We're gonna go right into that pillar bridge. Okay, right into that pillar bridge. Here we go. On those elbows, up in 3, 2, 1, go. 45-second hold. If you feel it getting easy, just raise a foot up. Okay, or you can raise an arm. Your choice, or you can even squeeze your elbows and toes together. Nice and tight. Here we go, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Beautiful. On your feet for our last set, okay? We're only gonna do the jumps here, but I'm gonna give you the option. I want you to start taller, and I want you to load into one of those legs, explode out as athletic as you can, explode out, landing on 2. Here we go. So instead of just sinking down into your hip and leg, okay, we're gonna start tall, Hands are going to be up, all one motion, and go ahead and hop forward. For all my track athletes, this is a great introduction to bounding. You can obviously work on landing on one foot, vice versa. You can just continue to take that momentum forward, and your bound should get better and better if you practice this motion. Very nice. Go ahead and grab some water. We're going to get right into block number 2. Shake it out. Hope you're feeling a little better. Hope that trunk is awake, that spine is ready to go, legs are prepped. We did some hopping, some jumping, some bounding. Now it's time to get into a little bit of strength. We're going to do a little bit of a flow here, so it's going to be a little different. We're going to do 3 rounds, okay? We're going to combine the drop lunge and the squat together to create one big rep, okay? So we're going to do 8 total, which means 1 drop lunge to a squat, other side to a squat. That equals 1 rep. We're going to try 8 of those. Try to get to that lowest point. Your hips should be primed up. You should be ready to go. Let's go ahead and give that a try. So let's go. Reach back, big drop lunge, come up tall. Should be about hip to shoulder width apart into a squat, and then switch it up to the other leg, back and forth. Okay, so we're going to do that 8 times. Lots of movement here. We're just trying to test that internal and then external rotation of the hip. Three. If you haven't started already, go ahead and get moving. You'll notice it's a little bit of a flow. I'm at 5. I got 3 more. 6, 7, and 8. Very nice. Shake it out. A little different there. All right, so next movement's going to be a little bit difficult. We're going to be into a push-up. It's going to be a similar action. So if this is me on the ground, I'm going to be driving off my right hand and my left foot. So opposites. Stepping out, crossing over, ending up back into a push-up position, and then into a push-up. Let me kind of give you a demo here so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to be driving, opposite hand, opposite foot, driving away, crossing over into that push-up position, and then back. Okay, so I'm always driving left hand, right foot. And if I'm going the other way, it's going to be right hand, left foot. So crossing over with my hands, and my feet are just shuffling. Let me show you again. We're going to go back and forth for 6 on this first round, and then turn it up as we go. Here we go. Starting in that push-up position. Drive off left hand, right foot. Cross over, push up, switch it up. Six each side. Go ahead and play with that. A little different. Then we're going right back into that drop lunge to squat. Here we go. Once you finish 6 push-ups, go ahead and stand it up. We're going to finish. We're going to continue those 8. Remember, 1 drop lunge to the left, 1 squat. 1 drop lunge to the right, 1 squat equals a rep. Six, 7, and 8. Very nice. Once you finish 8 total, okay, then right back to the ground. Here we go. You can stay at 6 reps or you can turn it up to 8 reps. Up to you, okay? Up to you. Very nice. Beautiful. Round 2 done. Round 2 done. Getting right into round number 3. We're right on time, folks. Let's finish strong. Okay, try to get that knee as close as you can to the ground without hitting the ground on those drop lunges. And also on the squats, let's try to drive those hands out as we come to the bottom. So the knee comes as close as I can to the ground, hands out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very nice. All right, last round of crossover push-up. Let's go. Let's finish strong. Whew. Yeah. Not easy, team. Not easy. I'm going to give you 1 more minute to go ahead and finish up. I'm definitely breathing hard. Lots of lunging, lots of squatting. Kind of got to think a little bit on that crossover. Make sure you're driving on the right foot, right hand. All right. Whatever you're on, go ahead and finish up. We're going to get into our last block here to finish the day nice and strong. So, as I promised, we're going to be doing some work on the trunk. Okay? And some people say, oh, the trunk, your core, we need to do a bunch of sit-ups. No. It's about this whole area, this whole midsection. We're talking glutes, core, shoulders. We're trying to get everything in one line, trying to understand how to brace. This is going to help your deadlift, your cleans, your snatch, your squat especially, and any kind of lunging you're doing. Sometimes it's easy when you're grabbing a dumbbell or kettlebell to kind of get out of whack when you don't have a barbell on your back. So this last round, we're going to go descending order, starting at 10 reps, going all the way down to 5, which equals 6 sets. You're going to be doing 3 different movements. So find a space on the ground. First movement is going to be a glute bridge. So on your backside, heels drive through the ground, elbows drive through the ground. Get to that top position for 10 reps. Okay, just follow me. I know it seems like a lot, but you're going to be thanking me after it's done. So 10 reps, 10 glute bridges. Once you finish that, we're gonna go drive those heels to the sky or to the ceiling. Toes face you, so they're pointed. We're just gonna go a simple toe touch for 10. I want you to drive that belly button to the ground. Try to reach those toes. And try to keep that spine flat for 10 reps. So everything is for 10 on this first round. Then you're gonna be up, chest is up. Heels are actually gonna be connected to the ground. Arms are gonna be extended, okay? I'm gonna try to keep that shoulder positioning with my hands the whole time, okay? We're gonna do 20 total, similar to a Russian twist, but I'm really trying to stabilize. Leaning back a little bit more is gonna make it tougher. Sitting up is gonna be easier. Only thing I ask, don't round the back. Okay, let's try to stay nice and stiff with that core, touching back and forth with the outside of our hands. 20 total, 10 each side. Once you get that position right, you can add a little speed. So 10 each side, 20 total. Then you're going right into glute bridges again. Now we're going for 9. Okay, you can see this trend. We're going to go straight down, going for 9 reps. Big cue there. Let's try to drive through our heels and not just the full foot. I'd rather you go with those toes up, nice and flexed. You're going to get a lot more out of that posterior. 9 reps there. And then same thing here. We're going 18 total, 9 each side. Beautiful. All right, right back into it. We got 8 here. On my 8 round, third set. Heels up, toes pointed towards you, back is flat. Reaching up to my toes for 8 reps. Same thing, Russian twist. 16 total, 8 each side. Beautiful. Right back to it. Set number 4. Okay, this is my 4th set. Now I have 7 of everything. 7 of everything. I'm going down that descending order from 10. 7 reps here. 7 reps for me. You guys could be on 6. Remember, with the Russian twist, we're always going 7 each side, so 14 total. Always going that number for both sides. See how that trunk starts to go. It's getting a little tougher to sit up. Come on, 2 more rounds. I got 6 glute bridges. Right into those twists. Got 12. Come on, let's go. Monday. Sometimes it can be a tough day to get that body moving. Finish strong here. Last round. If you're at 5 reps, that's the last round. This will be my last one. 5 reps of everything. 10 total here. Beautiful, beautiful. That's it. Great job. Great Monday. Whew. We got a lot done there. Give you another minute to finish up. As you're finishing, kind of go ahead and listen to me. Keep moving. If you're not done, remember we're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So 10 glute bridges, 10 toe touches, 10 Russian twists, which means 10 each side, so actually 20 total. And you're going down the list in that descent order. So we worked on a lot of the big muscles today, especially the glutes, the legs, the upper legs predominantly. We had a little bit of cognitive. We had to cross that body over and learn to move in a different fashion with that push-up. We also accomplished some plyometrics, learning to get in and out of that hip. Lots of good things today. Way to start your Monday off strong. Thank you so much for joining. Real quick tip of the day. Something that I have been doing probably the last year and a half, but just trying to get away from any kind of bounding of my feet within my house. So right now it's a little rainy. It'll probably be not so great of weather the rest of the week. A great time to kind of take those house shoes off or whatever kind of shoe you use in the house and let those toes kind of splay out. If you have a big toe like me from all those tight shoes that you wear that's kind of sinking into that valgus, that can be dangerous. One, to that knee and hip. So feet problems can kind of lead to those injuries for the knee and your hip and a lot of other trouble with the lower back and spine. So it kind of creeps up the chain. So I challenge you this week, let's try to go barefoot as much as possible. I'm not saying go outside on a barefoot run, but I'm saying while you're inside, let's try to take the socks off as well as the shoes. Okay, so not just taking the shoes off, but also the socks. Let's try to unbound those feet, get those toes to widen out. Let's try to move those toes a little bit, feel the ground, weight distribution. It's gonna be big once you get that barbell on your back or in your hands, okay? So I'm gonna end in that fashion. We're gonna play with some calf work, okay? Simple task here. You're gonna do three-way calf, so go ahead and place those feet nice and straight, come up onto your toes, so heels come up, almost as if you're a ballerina dancer, back down, and so forth. You're gonna do 10 total. Let's try to really drive off that big toe. So that big toe, let's go ahead and just try to really get it as high as we can for 10. Once you finish 10, go ahead and make a V shape. So you're placing those feet away, and same thing. Again, we're doing those dancing moves, almost as if you're a ballerina. Okay, 10 total, trying to get as high as you can, and then switch it up. We're going toes pointed towards each other for 10. We're just trying to give some love to one, that soleus, 2, Achilles, and then the bottoms of our feet, trying to feel those areas. Something that can be looked over and something that can cause also a lot of problems. So once you finish 10, go ahead and go on the ground. We're gonna get into some plantar flexion, trying to get that anterior part of that lower leg. Go ahead and point those feet and just sit it on back. And we're just gonna hold this, okay, for a nice 30 seconds. Okay, if you feel uncomfortable with that, like me, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable because I'm tight in that area, just place those hands on the ground for a little bit of support. If not, you can lean back, or you can even drive off the ground, trying to get those knees higher to get a little bit more added pressure for that plantar flexion. So we're gonna go 30 seconds here. Once you finish 30 seconds, go ahead and curl those toes. And you're just gonna go a nice 2 to 3 second hold on each side. So driving those heels into the ground. As you can see, my toes are curled. So I'm trying to add another new range to those toes. So I'll go 2 to 3 second hold, then I'll switch to the other side, trying to drive my heel with my hand. And I'm just driving those toes into the ground, trying to get a little bit more added range there. Once I feel comfortable, I can sit back and really try to bend that big toe. If you have very flexible toes, good for you. but we always want to work on that range, okay, with the bottoms of our feet. It's very important that you take care of your feet. I know I wear different shoes for different activities. Usually I wear a Samba for weightlifting, something that's flat. And then for a running shoe, I want a little bit more cushion. And then vice versa, if I'm going on trail runs or anything like that. If I'm playing basketball, I want more of a sturdy shoe. So you just kind of got to play with what you're wearing and relax. Go ahead and relax. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Big mahalo. And yeah, let's have a great week this week. Let's get after it. Lots of fun things to do at home. I know it's raining inside, but let's go barefoot inside. Let's give those feet some love.